Hello, world. You are now tuned in to the live premiere of episode 4, Art of the Matter, the show by artists, for artists, by me, and of course, Converge Media. I am your host, T Dub. I want to thank you guys for joining us today, this beautiful Monday evening in Seattle. It's a beautiful day outside. I've had a nice, really chill day. Lots of fun art stuff going on, as always, and super excited for you guys to be here with us and catch this next episode live premiere. As always, like Trey says, like O says, right now is the perfect time to like, share, and save the stream. If you love this show, I know you know at least 2 people who will probably love it as well. So make sure you're letting people know what's going on with the art conversations in the world today. Let them know what's going on. Let them know to tune in to Art of the Matter every other Monday right here on Converge Media. And of course, with the live episode, you also have opportunities to comment and put your comments and questions in the comment section from wherever you're watching. So make sure if you have any questions, if you have any comments about the episode, you want to ask me anything, if you want to ask anything about the artist or about our trip, definitely make sure you do that in the comments below. All right, cool. So up first, we are going to take a moment to talk about some current events. And one of the things that I'm super excited for that's happening this week is my sis from Vivid Matter Collective, Miss Perry Roden, is opening her latest installment called Release. And it's going to happen this Thursday on Capitol Hill for Capitol Hill Art Walk. We will be opening the gallery from 6 to 9 p.m. You can catch Perry, you can catch her new works and catch her new show. I got a chance to kick with her in the studio. And yeah, she's got some really beautiful things that are going to be happening for this show. And so make sure if you have the opportunity to hit up Capitol Hill this Thursday, come on through and see us. Yeah, sounds good. All righty. What else? What we got going on? Oh, yeah. Now is also the perfect time to catch the drip, you know? Yeah, this little situation. Go ahead and hit me with the wire real quick, Salman. Appreciate you. Yes, you got to. You got to, you know, we're keeping it casual today. I'll probably wear this to the gym tomorrow if I'm keeping it 100. Yeah, you know, I'm got the arms out. I'm ready for the summer, you guys. Absolutely. Yeah, and of course, you know, this is a new show. This is Art of the Matter. It's T-Dub. It's me. It's Converge Media. It's all of it. So, of course, if you have any questions, comments, if you want to put an ad on the show, if you want to be on the show, if you want to tell us about art things that are going on in your community, you can definitely contact us through the website where we converge. You can contact me, T-Dub Customs, on Instagram at T-Dub Customs. You can contact the show, Art of the Matter, on Instagram and Twitter as well at Art of the Matter. Yeah, we got to, you know, let us know what's going on. Cool. All right. So got all those things out of the way. Up next, I hope you guys are all settled and feeling good and feeling nice and ready for this episode. I'm super excited to bring you guys episode 4, Art of the Matter, the Art of Mastery, featuring Mr. Pen Cayetano. We had the beautiful opportunity of traveling to Belize to, you know, take in the culture, thanks to Alaska Airlines and the Ministry of Tourism down there in Belize for making all that possible. And so right after this short break, we're going to get into our episode 4. You're watching Art of the Matter.
In the depths of Belize, the travelers come across the waters, harvesting with their hands, learning of resilience rooted deep in the lands. Culture thriving like a fire ablaze, sizzling with a pop and a chop, sharing its ways. Knowledge simmers and grinds into the hearts and minds, cutting away from the surface stories and colonial lies, boiling it down, breaking its shell as the truth pours out and gets plated collectively with love, spooned into bowls, feeding the soul. Garifuna, alive and strong at Palmetto Grove.
When the pandemic hit, it did affect me. As a barber, I had my own personal reasons why I didn't get vaccinated. At the time, I didn't check the actual source. I thought the vaccine was developed too fast, but I was talking to a doctor and he was telling me more about the vaccine and what it can do to protect us and our family. I wanted to get back to that once was, right? I do feel safe knowing that I am vaccinated. I just hope what I'm saying is reaching into people's heads to know that this is the best decision for all of us.
And we are back. Art of the Matter, episode 4, live premiere right here on Converge Media. Again, I am your host, T-Dub, and I am super excited for you guys to see this latest episode. Of course, we are featuring artist Mr. Pen Cayetano, and I want to talk a little bit about why I chose to title this episode. I title every episode something different that's, for me, connected to the artist. And I chose to title this episode The Art of Mastery because I believe in learning about Pen's story and his connection to some of the greater artists of our times, like Gauguin, like Pablo Picasso, things of that nature. He studied them in such a beautiful way, and his understanding of how they created. Salvador Dali is someone he speaks to in the episode, but his understanding of their art and their ability to create, and how he was able to relate that to his own lived experience and his story and his community, and then take that understanding and create the works that he does, was just absolutely one of the bigger, more pivotal parts of understanding his legacy, understanding his way as an artist. And you'll see that again in the conversation. And then one of the other things I wanted to speak to really quick before we get into it is our Belize trip. Again, like the fact that we even got to do that, and the fact that I was able to meet people like Pen and meet people like Kevin, who was in the previous episode, was just such a super amazing gift. And after the episode, we'll talk a little bit more about Belize and how that all trip happened and all of those good things. But right now, we are going to take this moment to get into episode 4, Art of the Matter, featuring Mr. Pen Cayetano, The Art of Mastery. Again, you're watching Art of the Matter. I'm your host, T-Dub. Thank you for joining us, and enjoy this episode.
We have a family of 3 and 3 grandkids. But they are all in Germany. They were born here, but we have good contact. Well, I welcome you also to our gallery, and like he explained.
Welcome to Danriga. Danriga. That's right. That's right. That's right. That's right. That's right. Good morning, and welcome to Danriga. You come from St. Vincent to Honduras, and from Honduras we landed here in 1823, right here. So this mural is a painting of myself. It's about the Turtle Shell Band that started the Punta Rock. The Punta was the dance of the Garifuna people that come from St. Vincent to Honduras to Belize. And I revolutionized the Punta Rock and making songs for the youths of today.
Okay, my name is Ingrid Cayetano, and I welcome you all to Pen Cayetano Studio Gallery. That's where you are right now. So I'm from Germany. I came here in 1981. I met Pen, and we fall in love, and we have a family of 3 and 3 grandkids. But they are all in Germany. They were born here, but we have good contact. Well, I welcome you also to our gallery, and like he explained, the mural up here, that's a Turtle Shell Band, but to the bottom you see these beautiful guys here. That's a painting mural by my daughter Malik. She is a graphic designer and also a book illustrator. So that's part of scenes from her book.
Okay. So you can come inside the gallery.
Step inside.
Check 1 2 1 2. We're good. Yes.
You're good. Good.
Yes.
That's
Thank
cool.
you, Mr. Pen, for sitting down with us. We really appreciate you having us here in your space, in your gallery, and showing us, your history and your history with the land and the Garifuna people. We're just so honored and thankful to be here. Honestly.
Well, I appreciate you are here with me today and the crew.
Yeah.
And I feel I feel so nice that you come by me, and hope just continue. Some other people might come here again and check us out. And yeah, I think it's
Absolutely.
a good day.
What, for you, can you remember, was the beginning of you painting and being creative in that way?
Well, I started to paint when I was, let's see, when I was a little boy.
Yeah,
I used to draw in the sun and the seaside by the sea.
yeah.
I used to draw in the sun there, and when I was 7 years old, my brother drew me a man in my exercise book, and then from there I chased that man until the page is finished off. And yeah, from standard 1, I started to just draw. And when I was in standard 3, going higher, I was drawing for the whole school. Yeah, and when I finished the elementary school, well, I started to think what I'm going to do then, because I didn't go to high school. So I said, man, I think I'm going to be an artist, man.
Yeah.
A little artist. So I just walk around the town and look for people who do art. And I met a man, his name was Mr. Benjamin Nicholas. He was a great artist for Dangriga. Then from there, I found a book with Salvador Dali. I copied many of his works. Many of his works I copied. After I finished copying his work, I said, no, I finished copying now. I don't copy nothing more. I'm going to just paint what I see and what I feel, no?
Yeah.
So I take in the Garifuna subject, the people of Dangriga to be my subject. The whole of people of Dangriga.
Yeah.
So, well, that's what I'm painting right up to now.
Yeah.
The Garifuna people.
Do you identify as Garifuna?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm a Garifuna.
Yeah.
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 So I speak Garifuna. I work with my mother at the farm, make do the cassava bread.
Yep.
Do all that, dig up cassava, plant the cassava, chop the farm, clean up the farm, and everything like that. But I'm still painting. You know?
Yeah.
Every day.
Every day.
Every day.
It's in you.
Sunday, Monday, every day.
Yeah.
Yeah. The resurrection. You can see this is the 4 elements of life right here. Water, wind, earth, and fire, you know? And this makes the whole world spin. Without that, there is no life. You see? And those 5 girls at the top there, those 5 girls were mysteriously taken away from this earth, and I put them as my angels in this painting here. And you can see the devil right here with his fork and everything, mixing up everything there, and everybody's trying to go to elevate to the skies. But the painting is highest, the name of this painting is the resurrection. You can see the people just going from down there, going up, and coming right wrong and wrong, you see?
Tell me about when you met Miss Ingrid.
Well, I met Miss Ingrid right here in Dangriga, and I was painting on the seaside there. And she come from school, from Germany, and holidays, and yeah, we met her at the sea there. I was painting, and I checked her out. She said, yeah, I love her too, and she checked me out. She said, well, and when I saw her work, her needlework,
Yeah.
I said, oh, you're an artist too? I
Artist
said, wow.
too. Yeah, yeah.
And that art, I love her art.
Yeah.
I love her needleworks.
Yeah.
So I said, me and this girl got to jam up together to do something together. Yeah. And she's from Europe, from Germany. I said, well, I think I got a passage to Germany now. We went to Germany we got 3 kids first, 3 kids down here in Dangriga. And then from there, in 1990, we went to Germany.
Yeah. She told us that you wanted to start a family.
Yeah,
and that's how that
I
happened.
wanted to start a family because she didn't want to have no kids, but I want to have some kids. I said, boy, I want to have some kids. I don't mind if I want some kids.
Yeah.
If not, no work, no kids, no works. Nothing can't work. So anyway, we got some kids, and then we went to Germany, and yeah.
Here we are in the studio gallery, Cayetano again. Welcome. And this building is very old. It's approximately 100 years old.
Amazing.
This was owned by these people here, Mr. and Mrs. Guerrero, on their wedding day. And like where we're standing now, that was the living room. Over here, the next part is the bedroom. And then this door was leading to a little outdoor kitchen. Of course, the toilet and everything was outdoors too. No running water and no electricity, kerosene lamps. But we like to keep this house and, so people can see, how once in a day they used to live. So we're just utilizing it as our little gallery, our showroom. This is Jankanu of Naragua dance.
Yes.
And my technique is like textile. I use thread and like I paint with needle and thread in.
Wow.
So from far you don't see if it's painted or it's stitched, but it's all thread. Take of course a little bit of time, but I started doing it because I did a lot of traveling when I was young. That's why I ended up in Belize anyway.
And it's all by hand.
All by hand.
Yeah.
So we have the mast dance of the jam canoe with the crowns and the mast and the shells around the feet.
It's beautiful.
Yeah.
The amount of movement that's here.
Yeah.
It's like being able to capture that. It's amazing.
True.
Yeah.
We do collect our own art, so my children and the future generation have them to see and to exhibit. No?
Yes.
And even this place, we wanted maybe with the Ministry of Culture that they have it as a museum later on.
Yeah.
So people still can come and say, oh yeah, here Mr. Pen and Ingrid Cayetano used to live. No?
Yeah.
So I saw the one in Spain with Salvador Dali. He has his own house as a museum, so where people can see.
Right.
So
And get to enjoy the history
Yeah.
even long before, long after.
Right.
Yeah.
So that is my wish.
Well, I'm in Germany now, so I can go see all these museums.
That you saw in the books. Yeah.
So I see all the paintings, and most of the paintings I saw in Europe, in the books I have seen them. I went to the Ranks Museum. I went to the National Museum in Berlin. I went all over to see England, all over Europe. I went to all the museums to see. Any place I go, museum is there, I go to see it. So I see a lot of paintings.
How did that make you feel about your art?
Oh, girl. Well, the first time I saw some painting, I said, my art is nothing to that. It's nothing. But then later on, I saw some impressionist work from Gauguin and these guys here, Monet and these guys. I said, well, look at my work now to me. So I feel, I said, yeah, I think I am part of these guys here now, because the first Michelangelo's and these guys they're too fine and they're too refined, and everything was strict.
Yes.
So I see these are my guys now. Then 1, 2, 3, 4. I love all of my art, every jack one. Yeah, because then you see, the art passed through my veins and my blood and everything, and I feel like, yeah, it's art that got to come out. It got to come out. Art is my life. Art is my life. This is old. The slaves are coming in. Africa is at the top there, and these people are the Garifuna that comes long before Columbus. And the crowd is looking towards where? The United States.
Yeah, you see the city.
Yeah, you see, that's right, that's right. This is about the land of the people and the movement of the people to this day here.
I see a bit of, there's like this woman here is kind of on the ground. She seems like she's in a bit of anguish.
Right, everything. Since they come on the boat and they paddle night and day from Honduras to here, when they reach here, they was lucky they reached by this river. Yeah. The river was the one that the people taste the water of the river and say it's good water, so they settle right down here.
Yes. It was important for you to have your children grow up in Germany. They were born here, but they grew up in Germany.
Yeah, because of the school down here was not so good, so my wife said we better take them to school there so they can have a better education.
Yeah.
And we did that, and they are right there right now. They are already married down there and have some kids. So I think maybe they will coming back here maybe when they are retired. No, I'm kind of old right now, but then I have a little more time to live. So I think I can wait for them a little bit more.
Their experience of like getting to go to school and learn art and learn graphic design. Your daughter does graphic design and she has books and she does paintings and things like that. And they were taught those things through the schooling. You didn't have that same experience.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is the next thing. But then I think if I would have gone to school that time, I think I would have maybe I don't know. But I think I was better off by learning myself. Yeah. I learned myself because then I can. When I make a mistake, I say, oh, it's a mistake. I gotta correct myself and change everything again and make everything happen to the way I feel. And I was good on that. So I think it was good that I didn't go to school.
Yeah. What would you like the people
back home for us to know about Pen Cayetano and about art in
You
Belize?
say, well, Pen is a master artist in Belize. I mean, and yeah, and I have some paintings ready for them if you want to buy. Yes, and yes, and you can come and visit me.
Yeah.
Right here at my studio, right here.
Beautiful.
It's going to be beautiful for them, and have a nice time down here in Dangrila.
Yes, we've had a wonderful time with you, so thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
Wow, man, that really just like you see me, I'm cheesing real hard right now because that was everything, man. Mr. Pen Cayetano, episode 4, Art of the Matter, man. I'm blown away by this experience and being able to do something like that. So let us know in the comments if you have any questions or if you have any ruminations or ideas about what you just witnessed. But in the meantime, I have the esteemed honor of having a very special guest on our show this evening, our boss man, the man with the plan, Mr. Omari. What's going on, sir?
Well, it's a few things going on. First of all, congratulations here on this episode.
Thank you.
And you know, I'm cheesing too. I'm cheesing because I'm so proud of you.
Oh, thank you.
You know, something that started as a casual conversation and a vision of like, man, how can we make a show for artists and by artists? That started with like, you know, how can we showcase artists here in Seattle, you know, in our neighborhood and everything else. And this is 2 episodes in a row, back to back, about Belize of all places.
Belize, man. We really had the chance to do like an amazing thing. And again, it was all thanks to you. So thank you. I appreciate it. But thank you also, you know, that it goes forward. So I have to ask you, like, how did this Belize trip even happen? Because I gotta say, I was shocked. I like, you know, we were having our conversations about the show and what it was gonna look like to make this happen. And then literally 2 weeks later, you're like, hey, we're going to Belize, you down? And I'm like, yo, so tell us about it.
Yeah, well, I wasn't expecting that question, but I'm here for it. Is really just an organic relationship, and I think the relationship, a real and sincere relationship with Alaska Airlines. We had been covering some of their stuff, and in conversation with them when they were talking about launching that route, you know me, I've always got something to say about something. I'm like, man, well, you know, Belize, of all these countries, there's a connection with the Black community, like black people of all, you know, not of all, but of a lot of Central American countries that jump out, especially for Black people. You know, that is cultural there. So it's more than surf and sand. A lot of destinations is, hey, it's surf and sand. A lot of Black people, just be honest, we go to Mexico and to the beach, you're going, you really for surf and sand. But Belize, you know, it's a big light bulb went off in my head. I was like, wow, you know, that's what a great experience, great opportunity. And I think the excitement that they saw when it was just a small mention over there, the guys in Alaska, when it came time to put in the plan together, reached out and was like, yo, man, what do you think about going down to Belize, being on like the inaugural flight? And I was like, well, one, I've been on a lot of inaugural flights before on Emirates and on Kenya Airways, Air Tanzania. You know what I'm saying? And being in media, I've been on a lot of inaugural flights. But for me, I was like, well, if I can't bring the crew, I don't really want to go. Man. And you know, it was kind of a different experience for Alaska, because a lot of times, you know, what people do is they get the influencers, which is fine, social media influencers, and a lot of times it's turn and burn. So they go there, they get somewhere, oh, here's my thing on IG, here's this and that, and they're gone. And I was like, well, for us, it's a bit different. We want to go there and make a lot of content. And at the time, I don't think anybody really understood what I was getting at. It was like 16 people all together. And so, you know, they're like, man, oh, we love you. We love Converge. Woo, 16. You know what I'm saying? But because, you know, at the time, I don't think everybody really got like the bigger vision of like, man, if we're going to have the best airline in America and definitely one of the biggest, and a whole nation in Belize being our partner, man, we have to make the most of the opportunity.
Yes.
And man, they were so gracious, Alaska Airlines, and of course the BTB down there in Belize. And these guys were so gracious to us and allowed us to come down there. And man, what a vision,
Man.
you know what I'm saying? And this is your stuff is out, which is amazing.
Right.
There's so much other stuff that's coming.
There's so much that you guys have not seen yet from this trip. Again, like you said, 16 of us ended up going. It wasn't just a, it wasn't just a 2-person thing. Like they really like pulled out all the stops. Thank you again, Alaska Airlines. And thank you to the Belize Tourism Board and all of our crew down there who really curated an experience for us. Because like you said, it wasn't just about content creation or it wasn't just about influence. It was about experiences.
Well,
and we really got to share in some
we
amazing
had a
things.
unique experience too, in the sense that so it's like Belize, there's like the cultural tourism, and then there's like the traditional sun, surf, sand kind of things you're used to. And we were fortunate enough to really be on this cultural road, from Placencia, Dangriga, Hopkins, down to, you were in Bella Vista, down to Belize City. And the best thing is that we have the content. It's the gift that keeps on giving.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
We did some stuff. I know people put stuff on their Instagram and hey, I'm here, this and that.
Yep.
But the content that we got and the quality of it is really the gift back to the BTB, Alaska Airlines, and the people of Belize.
Yes.
The content that we have is a gift that's going to keep on giving. And we went there with the main motivation of uplifting the people of Belize. And I think when it's all said and done, we're going to meet and exceed that expectation.
Absolutely. Talk about uplift. So you obviously are a person that is incredibly well traveled. You actually had the opportunity and created opportunity to uplift some folks from here who had never, some of us didn't have passports. Some of us had never left the country. So talk about how important that was for you.
Oh man. It was important. It was also stressful. I only got a few strands of hair left.
And they're all gray, huh?
Yeah. So I mean, for me, Belize was I think it was country number 63. Wow. And I've been fortunate enough to see a lot of the world and move around, and that's kind of the unique perspective, and also the unique perspective that we have here at Converge.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying? But what was really great with this opportunity here was we were able to take people who, some people had never left King County before.
Right.
And 5-6 people had never had a passport before.
Mm-hmm.
And so to be able to go through that process and get the passports and get everybody on the flights, and everybody was the same thing. But as soon as we landed there, you could just see it in their eyes, like, wow. And it's something different. You come back home with an appreciation. And I just wish more young people in our community could see that there's something out there beyond their current conditions.
Right.
There's something out there beyond their block or what they're living at. It's a whole world out there.
Right.
And so to be able to take these young people down to Belize was dope. And it's a continuation, for the last almost 20 years. I've been taking people everywhere. When I was living in Dubai, I used to bring people there, and the Bahrain and the Kenya and the Tanzania. So I'm excited to see where we're going next with Alaska Airlines. You know what I'm saying? Maybe we'll hit up Costa Rica.
Yeah, maybe Costa Rica sounds real nice. I'm totally into that. Yeah. Thank you so much, Omari. And yeah, like you said, again, taking people on a journey, creating opportunities for people to experience and change their perspective. The world is not just Seattle. It's not just King County. It's much bigger. And when you're able to actually go to these places, it really broadens your scope of what's possible.
I have something for you though.
Yeah.
Is that, you're not a TV person.
Right.
You're not a production person. You're not a director or writer here or anything.
Yep.
You're an artist.
Mm-hmm.
Your art took you to Belize.
Right.
This was a conduit, but your art took you there. So maybe just speak in general to aspiring artists that are out there.
Oh yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, absolutely. I can definitely speak to that, and just the beauty of the places your art can take you. And I talked about that in the spot that we shot for going to Belize, of my art got me here. The things that I've been doing in my life, I've been an artist my entire life. The things that I've been doing, the sort of the no's that I've gotten, the yeses that I've gotten, everything led me to this moment. And you never know who's watching. You never know what influence and what impact what you're doing will have on the world around you. So absolutely keep going, absolutely keep creating. And my tagline is stay creative. You know what I mean? Whatever you're doing, find creativity in it. And yeah, I found creativity in TV. So here we are.
No, I mean, this is like it's kind of dope because like even if Art of the Matter didn't exist as a show
Right.
before we left for Belize,
Mm-hmm.
you like still would have, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You still would have gone.
I still would have
And
found it.
we might not have been like, oh, here's the show and a format and everything,
Right.
but you would have gone because one thing that was important to us and important to Alaska Airlines and the BTB was a cultural exchange.
Right.
And so how can we exchange? Like me, it's cool. Like, hey man, I like your art. You're doing this and that, but I'm not. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
I can
yes.
appreciate, but I can't exchange.
Right.
All I can exchange is appreciation,
Sure.
but not like a cultural exchange. Oh, this is how I paint, or I use, this kind of canvas or whatever.
Yeah, absolutely.
And so, you're a part and parcel of our actual cultural exchange.
Yeah, that's real. Being able to connect with people like Kevin and Pen, who I'm still connected to, still talk to, you know what I mean? That's going to be forever. And that's part of my life and existence now, thanks to you. So again, thank you, Amari.
I'll be honest with you. Can I get this camera right here?
Hey, hold up.
Let me be honest here. And I'm looking to this camera. Is it, man? I got a title around here, but this is real fitting. This episode right here. This is National Women's Month, Women's History Month.
Mm-hmm.
These women run the show. I work for them.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm more than happy. And this talented group of people. You know what I'm saying? You and Julia, Jesse, and Basa Gordon. Why am I forgetting Treyana Holiday? Can't forget Trey. Then also
Trey.
on our content partners, Jessica Trufant, Marley Love, a Traveling While Black in Seattle, all these different people. You know what I'm saying? So I just want everybody, I work for them. Don't let them fool you.
Hey, you heard it here first, right? Queens of Converge, we taking over. Thank you so much, Amari, for joining me, man. Appreciate you. All right, we're gonna take a quick little break, see if we got any questions or comments in the situation, and we'll be right back with Art of the Matter.
In the depths of Belize, the travelers come across the waters, harvesting with their hands, learning of resilience rooted deep in the lands, culture thriving like a fire ablaze, sizzling with a pop and a chop, sharing its ways. Knowledge simmers and grinds into the hearts and minds, cutting away from the surface stories and colonial lies, boiling it down, breaking its shell as the truth pours out and gets plated collectively with love, spooned into bowls, feeding the soul. Garifuna, alive and strong at Palmetto Grove.
When the pandemic hit, it did affect me. As a barber, I had my own personal reasons why I didn't get vaccinated. At the time, I didn't check the actual source. I thought the vaccine was developed too fast, but I was talking to a doctor and he was telling me more about the vaccine and what it can do to protect us and our family. I wanted to get back to that once was, right? I do feel safe knowing that I am vaccinated. I just hope what I'm saying is reaching into people's heads to know that this is the best decision for all of us.
All right, folks, we are back for the conclusion of this episode, live episode premiere of Art of the Matter. Again, I'm T-Dub. I want to give a shout out real quick to my mom. She the lady. I saw you in the comments. Hey, Mom. Mama T-Dub in the building. As always, my number one supporter. Thank you. And also, I want to give a shout out to my editor, my right-hand man, Mr. Brady Amekati, who curated this beautiful episode for us. Thank you again, Brady, for your expertise and your genius. I saw him in the comments as well. And yeah, this has been episode 4. I am so thankful that I get to do this and be a part of the conversation around art in this time, and being able to speak to people like Mr. Penn, being able to speak to people like Kevin and Moses and Barry, and, just creating history, creating art history with the conversations that we're having here. I'm just super grateful for the opportunity. Again, want to give a shout out to my Converge family. Thank you, Salman, holding it down today. Omari joining me today and whatnot. So yeah, it's been a really dope experience, and I'm looking forward to more. We have much more in store. This is episode 4. And up next, episode 5, we get to feature my bro, Mr. Joey Nix. He recently had a show, his first show in about 6 years, called Hold On. It's actually up right now in Belltown. If you get an opportunity to see it, go see it. I believe it's opening again this Friday. Yeah, definitely go check out Joey. He's super awesome. Love him. Thank you, Joey. So he will be episode 5. And I believe we also have a quick little clip I want to show you guys for Perry's show that's coming up this Thursday called Release. We're going to go ahead and run that right now.
I feel like not just me, but a lot of people, specifically Black people, have had to carry so much weight, so much shit, in more or less words. And I'm realizing that, like, in the midst of the last 2 years, personally, that's been a lot of grief, a lot of pain, or me having to, like, work through my own personal development, and that, like, could be a long list of things. But in the midst of it all, I've had to find my own joy. And so through that discovery, I've worked through that, like,
That's right, folks. That's 2 opportunities for you guys to see amazing art right here in the city of Seattle. Again, Joey Nick's latest show called Hold On is in Belltown this Friday. And we have Perry Roden and Release at VMC Gallery this Thursday. I will be at both of those shows more than likely. So you can also see me too, live and direct. Yeah, so that has been episode 4 live premiere. Again, I want to thank you guys so much for joining us. You always have opportunities to comment on the episodes, give your questions and things like that. Definitely want to interact with you guys and, know how you feel, what you see, what you got going on. Let me know how you're feeling about what we have going on here with Art of the Matter. Super, super helpful. And in closing, I just want to say, once again, stay creative. Till next time.
I did it for the city, I did it for the love, I did it for the people, I did it for us. Back on this rap-ish, I ain't even broke a sweat, homie, this practice. Pondering my next move, staring at my track list, hope I ain't miss my window. Praying like a Baptist, Seattle's own, tired of this Game of Thrones. They made a list of the best rappers and guess who wasn't on? While the disrespect continues, I'm steady packing these venues.
Converge Media produces culturally relevant content for Black and urban audiences. Our coverage is raw, transparent, and objective, praised by community leaders, government officials, and residents. Support Converge Media today via Venmo, Cash App, or PayPal at Converge Media.